Something happened. All right, guys, welcome back to another video. I'm gonna stay with this dog right here, but so this video is gonna be a little bit different. So first up, I just got out the shower, so hopefully I'm not looking as sleepy. So, but I'm not even home, dude. Yeah, I'm in Florida. I'm on a little mini vacation, so I'm just trying to just enjoy my time. But I still woke up and traded today, and yeah, we're about to go over a whole bunch of stuff. So we took our first L on this account that we've been using, and it wasn't even a big one, like, at all. It wasn't a big one at all. It wasn't anything crazy. But what I like about this, though, is that, like I said, I wanted to show everything. So with this being the case, it lets me show you guys how you can take a loss on your trading account, even if you have an idea of what's going to happen or anything. This will show you kind of how, like, anything can happen, and it'll put extra emphasis on having a stop loss and everything, and all that good stuff. So we still break down the trade at the end and all that stuff. So yeah, we're gonna go into the trade and then break it down, and then I'm gonna actually record a little bit after the end of all that and be telling you guys just about the psychology of it. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next cut. Okay, so I wanted to start this video off by showing you guys that I did take 2 withdrawals on Tuesday. So pretty much taking around half the profit from the initial trade that we took on the account, and then around $50, around half the profit of the trade that we took last time. So you're gonna come in here pretty much seeing that the account is down to 276 instead of being at around like the 300 area that it was at before. But that's only because, like, the withdrawal that I had initially took, it came in a little bit late, so they both came in together. So it looks like we're down 100, but we just took the withdrawals out. So right now what we're looking at is the trend of NAS 100 is going down. We pretty much had missed the initial move. It was around 8 or 8:30, which, yes, that can happen sometimes. The market is unpredictable. So yeah, so I happened to make a move that we're usually looking for, but earlier on, around 8 to 8:30. So we're still going to be trying to get in around the 9:30 mark or so, just to see what's going on. When I was initially taking this trade, I was waiting for this to break structure, because you guys already know how I trade. I pretty much wait for a break of structure to confirm some type of trend. So yeah, so it went down right there, and now it is doing a hard bullish run, and we're going to be waiting for some sort of break of structure before we get in. Okay, so here is our mark. So now we're just gonna wait to see if it's going to be bullish. So it looks like it's bullish, so we get in 2 entries like we usually do and set our stop loss underneath the candle like we usually do, underneath the wick I mean, and then we pretty much wait. So this trade right here, you're gonna see it actually went up. So, and you can even see like how I'm putting the mouse, it actually went up to touch that area that I just hovered the mouse over, because that's where I'm like expecting it to do. So it already broke through one supply and demand zone, but we'll go over that later. And now it looks like it's about to break through this zone. So in my mind, I'm like, well, this is good. Let's just move it to break even, because if it breaks through this zone, then it's going to go up even further. So that's what we were really looking for. So I wasn't trying to trail my stop loss too close, because, you know, we don't want to get stopped out, because sometimes it will kind of reject, but then go back up. But yeah, so it hits that point. It hits like the very top of that supply and demand zone right there, and then you see it kind of rejecting. So at that point I'm like, yo, and then it ends up stopping us out. So I'm not even sure if that was maybe like a little bit of profit or not, it looks like, but I just call it break even because we set it past the way. So yeah, so that was our first trade. When that one happened, I was like, bro, what is this? So that rejection though, and it's on the like during the market opening. So I was like, well, okay, that's a strong rejection and it's during market opening. So, okay, cool. Break even. Let's just get in on the sell, because usually that's what happens is when it rejects from a zone like that, then okay, it's just going to be a sell and it's going to go down that way. So we get in right here on the sell, place our stop loss up there at the top of that supply and demand zone. And we pretty much wait for the trade to go through. So this trade as well goes a little bit into profit, and you're going to see it goes just a bit into profit, and then it kind of starts squishing. And when this happens, this is where I was like, okay, we're not taking any more trades, but you'll see. All right, so realistically, when this happens right here, literally when this happens right here, and when market opens, price doesn't have any idea where it's trying to go. And like you saw, we just got stopped out right there and we took our L. When price does that, for me, that's where I'm like, okay, I don't want to trade anymore. I already took 2 trades. The first trade was already break even. And then this trade was a L. I really tried to refrain myself from doing that, from taking any more trades, because you don't want to be too eager to make a profit. Like, you're trying to get back in so badly that you're like, okay, this didn't go my way, F it, I'm gonna just jump right back in. That's not what you're trying to do. Let's be honest, that's not something that you're gonna want to do. And you're gonna see why, because in a second, so it looks like it's about to start going back up, right? But in a second, you're gonna see when the market opens, or when the next candle opens up, it's gonna be a huge rejection going down. All right, so here it is. So the next candle opened up, and then watch what happens when this next candle opens up. You're gonna see a huge rejection going down, and that is the example of you don't have any control over the market. Like, you don't know, even if you have a general idea of what it might do, when it's moving like this and consolidating and prices just kind of being wonky, you don't have any idea. So I pretty much just watch it go down like this, and then I go into us doing the breakdown, and you're gonna see like in the breakdown that then price rejects right here again and then continues to go up. But we'll go over everything when we get to the breakdown, because not only am I going to have some voiceovers, but I'm also going to be typing on TradingView, so y'all can also just kind of read where my thoughts were while I was looking over this, because this is me recording my voice after the fact. So I type in everything like during the moment. So yeah, I'll see you guys over there. Okay guys, so let's do a little breakdown. I put this video in 2x speed just so that we can kind of get through this, because we already kind of went over it during the live trade. So one of the first things that I looked at right when I got on TradingView, and I noticed it when I started trading in the morning, was this is already 8:30. So 8:30, it's already super bearish. So that's the type of move that we're looking for, and pretty much I'm coming into the day already knowing like, well, that main move that is really nice for us is kind of already donezo. Let's just see if around 9 or 9:30 it's going to hit another move. And then right here, I noticed that there was a zone. Like I said, there was a zone forming. So I was like, maybe it's going to reject off of that zone as well. All right, now let's see what we do. So we go back in time and then we look at what it does. So there we go. So I'm going to be typing in some stuff, but I also just kind of want to narrate right here, is that seeing that happen in live time, right? So we got in on that trade where it went up and it went to that zone, then tapped on it. That is an example of when you look back testing, you're like, yo, I should have just waited for it to hit that zone and then seen what happened. So this is where it goes down to like, you know, like when you back test and then you see it, right? And then you see why it did that. But that was our first trade, right? It went up to that zone and pretty much rejected off that zone. And we happened to have a little break even when it rejected. Now, this is an observation that like I want to go back over, and this is why I kind of like doing a voiceover and kind of going over what I'm typing and how I'm trading and everything too. So I pretty much say like we got faked out, right? Because it looked like it was going to be bearish, and it looked like it was going to go back to being bearish, right? And then it went up and then took us out, and then even now, right, you see prices, you know, going back up and everything. So one thing that I'm going to say, but you guys can still watch what I'm typing, but one thing that I'm going to say is that something that did really kind of make that stop loss getting hit happen as well, and made this L happen as well, is that I didn't wait for the candle to close. So what I mean by that is when you see a candle pretty much consolidating so much, I went in because obviously it's 9:30 and, you know, it's trying to pick where it wants to go. But on days like this, when it consolidates like that, and especially on the lower time frame, that is going to be your worst enemy. That's going to be your worst enemy. And like, I'm still going to have a hard time. You're going to see me looking from here to here over and over again. That's just how it's going to be. So I had footage for the end of this video since back at Florida. I've teleported now, like I'm back in Georgia. But one, I had like boogers in my nose, so that's like the first thing. So I'm like, bro, I can't put this out here because I have one like literally hanging, bro. So I was like, no, I can't put this out here. But the message still stands, and I feel like I can get to the point a lot quicker and a little less rambly than how I was when I was walking through the neighborhood in Florida. So the message that I really want to give you guys really like at the end of this video, and what I want to really get at, is that I will put at least like 80% of trading is psychology. And you have to be aware that, like, even if you have a good strategy or you think you can see the future and know where it's going to go, the trade that you saw us take, so the two trades that you saw us take today, puts big emphasis on why a stop loss is needed, on why you need to put a stop loss there, because you don't know what the market's going to do. So the past couple trades that we took and posted on the channel, you know, we enter in, it goes our way. It just keeps going, right? It keeps going. And that does happen. That's still going to happen in the future. However, for the trade that we took, right, like when we recorded the video, you know, the first trade, it went our way and then it turned around. And then the next trade, it's got kind of consolidating and not really sure where it's going. And then while we're doing the breakdown in TradingView, you see the price finally picks a course and just kind of keeps going. You know, we want those, you know, obviously that's the goal, is to make more than you lose, you know, and to catch the setups and catch the trades that you like, you know. But that's the thing, right? There's hundreds of thousands of people, maybe millions of people trading every day. The market's always going to be unpredictable, and every new day is a whole different trading scenario. Every trade you take is just unique at that point. So I can be like, oh, well, it looks like it's doing the same thing yesterday, so it's probably going to do this. And yeah, it probably is going to do it. It probably is going to do it. That's the trades that we take, like the ones that we're used to seeing. But when it doesn't go your way, you know, that's just how it happens to go. And I think one of the hardest parts about trading, especially if you're new to trading as well, is like wanting to be right all the time and having drawdown. Because honestly, we want to make money. We don't want to lose money, you know, and trading, you're already risking, you know, money anyway to make money, and you don't want to see a loss. And sometimes, and this is me being honest with you guys, sometimes you're gonna have days, a week, maybe even longer, where you're just going to lose. And this puts a lot more emphasis on why I say use a stop loss, size down. Don't, like, dude, use like 2% of your account, 1%, 2% of your account, because then your winners, they can stretch the mile, right? Like if you mitigate the trade well, you know, you can stretch that trade out, you know, if the price is right, you know, and if you're moving your take profit and your stop loss, you know, your stop loss just right, you know, you're locked in the profit, you know. And oh, hey, I was gonna only risk like $10, but I ended up making $50 or so. That's a bet. 2 or 3 of those trades, and then the one trade that you take, you lost $5. You shouldn't beat yourself up over it. However, you know, and this is just kind of something that I want, the reason why I want to do this kind of portion at the end of the video is because if you're watching me and kind of watching this little series that we're doing and just trying to grow this account and we're just going to be trading, is that don't go ahead of where you're at right now, you know. So if you're starting off like how we started with $150, $160, whatever dollar account, and then you're watching guys that have $10,000 accounts, $20,000 accounts taking bigger trades, and you're watching them maybe even taking the same trades as you, but making like double, triple, quadruple the money that you're making, don't take that as the time to scale up, you know? Be smart, be safe with your money. And that's kind of gonna be the main ultimate thing that I want you guys to really take from this, like as I'm uploading these videos, showing the losses, showing the gains, all that is, one, pay yourself. That's going to be first and foremost, pay yourself. So I think I went over in the video that like the trades that we took, the past 2 trades that we took that are both around $100, I took half out. So that's simple. I'll even put the screenshots of it like in the video. Pay yourself, and then do what you want to do with that payout. So, you know, so if you're having a little bit of drawdown, maybe you want to reinvest that money back into the account. You know, if you're not having any type of drawdown, you know, then use it at your leisure, invest it, save it. What do you want to do? So it's just food for thought. There's not one way to trade. That's just kind of what it comes down to. And you know, you'll get into your motion, right? Into your groove of it. And when you do, you got it. But don't get discouraged when it comes down to little losses and stuff. Or even if you're going on a couple losses and you're like, bro, when am I going to have another trade that's going to go my way? What's up? And the last lesson too is sometimes just take what you get. You know, so the first trade that we had, it did go in our favor. It went in our favor a little bit. Then turned around. We didn't expect that. So it was just break even. That was me just trying to play it safe, right? Like with the price, you know, because usually it hits kind of the first kind of area where it's kind of TP for me. Then I'll be like, okay, either I take right here or I'll kind of try to hold it. That's on me. That's how I trade. You'll figure out what you like to do. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope that you guys come out with just some form of like information from these videos for real, because like, you know, this little loss right here, if we light it up, because like my usual standard, like 0.20, 0.25, 0.30, you know, on NAS 100, you know, the little loss, you know, as you up your size, that turns into something bigger. So we lost just a little bit, but like, trust me, I've seen drawdowns before. So don't get discouraged. And like, you know, if it's already been working for you anyway, it's probably going to keep working for you in the future. Maybe just little tweaks, maybe, but don't switch up because you're seeing like a loss or two and you're like, oh shit, I don't know if I should, you know, like it's fine, so yeah, that's just kind of the info that I want to leave y'all with. And yeah, we'll be back like in the next video pretty much. So remember, follow the Instagram, all that stuff. I'll probably link it and put it down somewhere like I usually do. And yeah, happy Monday, and hope you guys have a good week. See y'all later in the week. Peace.